property patrol, but I'm going to put this part at the beginning of the video. It's very important, I think, is that Memorial Day is tomorrow, actually, and because today's Sunday. But you know, we got to stop and we got to think and we got to be thankful for those people who have sacrificed everything. The men, the women, the families of those, and of our fallen soldiers. You know, everything that we do and have in this country is because of them, fighting for our freedoms. We have a constitution that's in this country that's unique to our country, that is why this country was founded. And it's important to keep those rights and liberties that God has granted us, but the government, you know, or not the government, but the founders put on paper to make them absolute in this country. No other country in the world has the freedom that this country has, and that's all because it's on the backs of our military, men and women, and all throughout the history of this country have fallen and sacrificed and gave so much for us. So while you're out cooking your steaks and your ribs and barbecuing and family gatherings and things like that, just remember that. Take a moment, pause, be thankful. Be thankful to God, be thankful to country, be thankful for our military, and be thankful for all the ones that are currently serving. You know, our government is trying to purge people. They claim that they're extremists, but they're really trying to get rid of all the patriots who actually love this country, the Constitution, and want to defend our freedoms. And they're trying to get rid of those. And I think it's done on purpose to have, you know, the empire army of their own, you know, that'll blindly do with whatever they want. And, you know, the communist movement within our own military, you know, insane. Hopefully that doesn't happen. I know that they've already gotten rid of some, but I just wanted to say that at the beginning of this video, to be thankful. Because everything that we do, these guys have put the real stuff on, you know. I mean, this stuff is real, but I mean, they went out and did the real thing. And we're thankful for that, you know. We're thankful. And we're thankful to the ones that are still with us. And thankful for all the patriots in this country who love this country, who love our freedom and want to fight and defend it. But I'm going on, I'm being winded here, but I just want to say be thankful. Be thankful to them, and pause, and whatever you're doing on your day, and think about them and what they've given us to be able to do whatever we are doing in life right now. Without them, we'd be screwed. So we thank them. We thank them. Anyway, here's my video. Mushroom growing out of a cow turd. Not sure if that's hallucinogenic or not. Don't know. Don't know if it's hallucinogenic or not. I ain't eating it. I just thought it was. Always heard that cow turd, hallucinogenic mushrooms grow out of cow turds. I do not know. Maybe some of y'all do. It is pretty dang warm. Basically just made a big circle around down into a little valley area, just kind of looking around. I didn't see anything but cow tracks, deer tracks, raccoon tracks, coyote tracks. Nothing out of the ordinary. That's a good thing. So there's supposed to rain, but it's not supposed to be till later, but I thought I'd set it up just in case. I can get under it if I needed to while I was out here, and you know, I'm kind of down in the open, but I didn't use it to block the sun, because the sun is when I first came out here, it was overcast completely. Now the sun's coming out a little bit, but there's still overcast, clouds are moving in. So, you know, the sun is not like beating down on me. It's not just bare sun, so it's actually not that bad. But yeah, I just wanted to set this up a little bit, and you know, I've only set it up one other time, and I really like it. You know, this came from Russian Cold Camo. It's the Ratnik shelter. Very cool shelter. Multiple configurations you can do with it. You know, it's kind of a long rectangular one versus a square. It has its advantages over that, and then disadvantages over that. But this thing has got a lot of features on it, you know, more than any actual other tarp I've ever seen. So I'll take a quick gander at it here. You can see how I got it kind of set up. Just a little pitch, you know. And you can use two of these. You can put two of them together and make an actual tent out of it. So then that's like, there's quite a bit of room in there for that, for 2 or 3 people even. See how I got it stretched out here? There's a bunch of these tie outs that are built in to it, and they wrap up and they slide in here, and it's got a little piece of Velcro there, keeps them in. But yeah, it's awesome, you know. So that's very cool. There's a bunch of those on it, you know. There's one over here, and there's 1, 2, 3 right here on each side. There's those tie outs right here, and they just kind of slide in there, you know. So you can multiple configurations with this thing. There's 1, 2, 3 right there. I don't know if there's any on the side. No. And there's 3 on the back side on both sides. 2 right here in the back. So that's a very cool tarp. And I like the camo pattern. the digital floor of the EMR. It's a little dark for out here right now, but it's pretty cool. And you know, so it really works, blends well when you're in the woods, like that kind of stuff out there. So that's very cool, very cool. So anyway, that's gonna do it for me. It's gonna do it for my video, folks. So yeah, just want to say thanks for watching. Appreciate it. I love doing these property patrols. I hope you like watching them. You know, it's just a good way for me to get out and do some exercise. Also, on top of just patrolling the property and looking and listening and making sure everything is safe and secure and there's not like any trespassing going on or anything like that. I've had, you know, a lot of people ask me, you know, what are you doing? Why are you doing this over the years? And property patrolling. And one is because I want to, you know. Two is because there has been some trespassing over here before. And if you guys have seen any of my past videos over the last several years, you've known that. But it was only one time that I know of, and all that. So, and I kind of got a suspicion who it was. But also at the same time, too, you know, people, you got to understand that there's a lot of like drug activity in Oklahoma, and well, you know, everywhere really. But people will go on other people's land and make meth, homemade battery acid meth, you know, methamphetamine, crank, whatever you want to call it, and they will destroy your property. And if somebody, you know, the thing is, here in this state, I'm not sure if that's law has changed or not, but it's been like that for a long time. If there are drugs found on your property, you know, back when you know, marijuana was illegal. It's still illegal for anybody without a medical card, but but it's legalized medically in Oklahoma now, and has been for a couple years now. So people, you know, they can just get a medical card for any damn reason they want. You know, it's amazing that when it became legal, how many back problems Oklahoma had all of a sudden, you know. So, you know, and but so it's pretty easy to get a medical card, and people, you know, have it. So I mean, I don't smoke it, you know, but I'm not opposed to it at all, you know, because I mean, I used to smoke it all the time back when it was cool, when it was illegal. Back in, you know, we were ahead of our time. But I smoked the shit out of it, and I'm not gonna lie, but I quit, you know. I quit, oh God, almost 30 years ago. 25, something like that. Oh no, 30 years ago. I quit when I was 23, just because I wanted to. It made my heart pound really hard and fast, and I don't know what happened, but it never did that for the decade before that I smoked it. But anyway, but what I'm trying to say is that there's a law here in Oklahoma that if there are drugs manufactured or growing on your land illegally, that they can seize your property. And I'm not going to let that happen, you know. So, and it's pretty much, if there's something going on here, the burden is on us to prove that it's not ours, you know. They just bust you and whatever, but you know, so I don't see any of that kind of stuff. I don't see any marijuana, weed, or anything like that growing. Haven't seen any type of meth, you know, making of any type, you know, low budget or even high manufacturing, nothing. But you know, people will find abandoned buildings and they'll do their stuff in it. So that's why I do that, you know. That's the main reason I do that. Plus I want to be familiar with every little rock on this place, you know. So a lot of it hasn't changed since I was a kid growing up here, but a lot of it has changed at the same time. So I mean, it's quite different than it used to be, but it's the same at the same time, you know what I mean? So But that's one of the main reasons I do it. And Oklahoma does have a meth problem, you know, so, and people will come over here and make it or whatever, but I've never seen any of that. I've never seen any of that happen here on this property or even around, but people do it, and it's happened, and people have been busted for it and things like that. So just kind of try to prevent any of that kind of stuff from happening. So that's kind of my deal, why I do a property patrol. So anyway, that's my video. Keep it heavy.